What if I told you that those afternoon crashes, those waking up at 3 a.m., and the stubborn, bloating belly weight around your stomach are all connected? And there is something you can do about it. Actually, there's quite a few things that you can do about it. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about 7 tips rooted in traditional Chinese medicine. They're going to help you to move the needle, to make changes. No biohacking needed and no strict diets. So stay with me, and if you would like to subscribe to my newsletter, links in the bio down below, where I come out every Tuesday with new tips and tricks to help you through this transitional stage in your 40s. Listen, after 17 years of studying and treating women in my clinical practice with traditional Chinese medicine, I have noticed many things that turn into actual systems that I've been able to use and create. I'll give you 7 tips rooted in traditional Chinese medicine that are going to help you to move the needle, to make the changes that you need to make, and to give you more energy, less anxiety and overwhelm, and move your chi, which is your energy, because that's actually one of the biggest things that is a problem in our society today, is that we're too stagnant, we're too stuck, we're not moving our energy enough. I mean, everything in our body moves, and we need to move a lot more often than we have been moving. I think it's actually one of the number one causes of illness right now in our society is stagnation, being stuck and not moving. Well, let's start with tip number 1, and it's get your morning sunlight. Yang is more present in the morning, and this is the time when we need to get more yang, and the sunshine and the warmth is yang. So within the first hour of waking, spend 10-15 minutes outside in the sun or at a window where you have sun coming into your house. This is gonna wake you up, give you energy, and help you to start your day. And the game changer is that at night, you also, I know you've heard this many times, but it really has to do with scattering your shen. When you have your phone on at night, right in your eyes before you're going to sleep, it scatters your shen, which in Chinese medicine is your spirit. And that's why you can have really disruptive, bad sleeps, is because of this scattering of the shen. And you can wake up a lot more because you've given yourself the stimulation in your eyes before going to sleep. So sunlight in the morning, and at night, no fake light. Tip number 2, stress management. And in a TCM perspective, that has to do with the liver, because the liver is what stores stress, anger, frustration, sits in the liver. And if you are saying yes to everything, going to every meeting, filling your calendar, having a huge to-do list, this is causing daily stress, which is causing stagnation in the liver. And when you get the stagnation in the liver, maybe you've noticed you start sighing a lot more. That has to do with stuck liver energy. So one thing that you can do every single day to help your liver is eat bitter and sour foods. I recommend just half a lime or apple cider vinegar. Olives are really good too, and pickles. Just adding more bitter and sour things to your diet will help move the liver chi and help with that sighing and that anger and frustration. And those days where you're super irritable, you most likely have stagnation in the liver. But there's always something you can do about it. And for this one, add bitters and add some sour foods to your diet. Tip number 3, you need to nourish your digestion. And in traditional Chinese medicine, the spleen is a very, very, very important component to your digestion. So things you can do to nourish and support your spleen is start eating more cooked foods. Raw foods are really hard to digest, and they're really cooling in the body, so it's pretty disruptive to your digestive system, whereas cooked food is really, really nourishing and easier to digest and really grounding. So on those days you're also feeling really anxious and overwhelmed, having root vegetables and cooked food, and by root vegetables I mean carrots and beets and it's things that grow underground, actually are very grounding for you, which makes sense, doesn't it? So eat more of the warming foods, and this is if you're having disruptive digestion as well. If your digestion is great, you don't necessarily always have to eat warming foods, but I highly recommend it if you're having digestive issues. And one other tip to help with your digestion and your spleen is don't drink water while you're eating a meal. Don't drink cold water. It drives me nuts that you go to a restaurant and you get a glass in front of you and it is full of ice and full of water. Of course it's full of water, but it's just like an ice cold, it's so difficult on your digestion, and it is going to put out your digestive fire while you're eating. Tip number 4, move, and move often. You're going to hear me say this a lot. I think this is so important. We have to move our bodies, and we have to move our bodies all day long. Just going to the gym and then sitting all day at a desk is totally disrupting your blood and your chi, which is your energy. And when your blood and your chi are moving well in your body and circulating well through your entire system, then you're healthy and balanced and everything is working properly, you're pain-free, you're sleeping well. So moving throughout the day is really important. Tip number 5, find things that bring you joy. In TCM, when you have heart fire, which is a good thing, it comes from feeling joy and feeling passion for things and things you're doing. When you're constantly in fight or flight, that brings on liver chi stagnation, which is the irritation and the anger and the frustration. So find things in your life that bring you joy. That can be going for a walk with your dog, or sitting and reading a book, or getting out in the community and doing things like, I know everyone loves pickleball now, it's super popular, I don't get it, but people love it. But connecting with others, just find that thing that makes your heart warm. Tip number 6, master your menstrual cycle. First thing, if you're not already doing it, is, have a tracker, record the different days in your cycle, because you really want to use that energy to your advantage. When you have lots of energy, use it. When you feel more depleted, you want to rest more. So in your menstrual phase, it's a time of like kidney essence in Chinese medicine, and it's when we really need to be supporting and nourishing the kidneys. So eating those warming foods and dark foods like kidney beans and walnuts and black sesame seeds. These are all things that are really good for the kidneys which we want to nourish and strengthen during the menstrual cycle. And tip number 7, do acupressure daily. Your body has a whole reset system that's with you all the time. And you have these tools with you all the time. This is what I love about acupressure. You can take it anywhere with you. It's always available. And in any moment of stress or anxiety or digestive issues, you can press different points to help calm down your central nervous system or get rid of discomfort. So 2 points that I'm just going to teach you right now that you can do pretty much anywhere. The first one is yin tongue. Boop, right here in between your eyebrows. This point is amazing at calming down the mind. So on those days where you're feeling anxious or you have a lot to do, it's also great to give a reset for your eyes if you're staring at the screen all day. And you'll notice that if you press here, like there is tension. I have it right now. But do this, 2 minutes is enough. But 2 minutes is probably the minimum. You need to be massaging it and pressing with quite a strong pressure. You don't want any pain there. But if there's a little bit of discomfort, that's okay, because as you press longer, you will notice the discomfort becomes less, which is the stress being released from the point. So then another point I'm going to teach you, it's just right here on the wrist. Right here on this side, you go over the bone, right on the wrist crease. It's right in here. Boop. This is heart 7, and it's called Shen Men, which is calm the spirit point. So this is another point you can just do during the day, press on it with, again, quite strong pressure. And I recommend about 2 minutes. You can do it longer if you want, but 2 minutes is kind of the minimum. Take some deep breaths, and you'll notice it does give you a little reset of your system. If you start doing this every single day, you will notice changes. And here's what can change everything for you. Stop looking externally for the answers. Stop looking at all the tips, the health tips on the biohacks and the fasting and the juices and the different diets. Get still, go internal, and figure out what your body really wants and needs. And then once you find or feel, because once you start doing it, you're going to start noticing that it's a lot easier to tap into your body's own intuition or wisdom. And it will tell you. It will tell you if you need to fast today, if you need to cut this out, if that is good for you or not. But the thing is that we're not getting still and really listening to what our body is telling us. Because it's a game changer. It can change everything for you. Your hormones aren't broken. All you need is a little bit of support and change. And that comes with getting still and listening. If this resonates with you, I've got a button below that you can subscribe to my newsletter every single week, that I have tons of tricks and tips and easy implementable things you can do daily to get results and to see the changes you want to see. They're all rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, everything that I talk about. So if you like it, like this video and subscribe to my channel to hear a lot more.